Hello, fellow Flosstubers. It's Patty here with episode 207. Today is November the 14th, 2022. On today's show, I have whips and haul. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. Starbucks coffee for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine turned out okay. The boiler is no longer throwing the 108 fill code. So the plumbers came by, they changed out the sensor that tells the boiler that it needs water. So every time that would come on, the boiler would stop, try to fill itself up, and it would take a while for it to reset itself. So that's why we were having issues with the hot water and with the heat. So that was definitely the problem because we have not had that code throw since they replaced it. And I have been checking it. So yes, yay for the fix. I can't believe it. It's finally good. On Thursday, I went to go see my mom and she had a bad night again and was sleeping. So I left. And then Friday I got a phone call and they asked me to come and talk to my mom because they couldn't get her to get up out of bed because she was mad at everybody. So I got over there, we talked a little bit, she told me why she was mad, and then I noticed the mental deficit, and it was quite a big one. She has an iPad that she contacts me on, and she couldn't figure out the numbers. And this is very, very unusual for her because she is a numbers girl. She knows numbers right off the bat. She told me what the code was, but she couldn't punch the code in correctly. She tried once, but she had been trying so many times that the iPad timed out. So we had to wait a couple of minutes for the iPad to reset itself. And then she tried again, and I had to coax her a little bit on how to do it. So I'm hoping it's because they believe that she was dehydrated. But if not, I think that dementia is hitting her faster than it did my grandmother at an earlier age. I am really hoping that doesn't happen to me. It's kind of scary to think that dementia is in my family genes and there's a possibility that I could have it as well. And I'm hoping that that's not true. I'm hoping that my father's genes will be a little bit stronger because I don't believe he had dementia when he died. So yeah, my father died in Ohio, so I have no idea what happened except for I did talk to him before he passed as well. And he knew who I was. We talked for a little while and we said what we needed to say. So let's get off that sad subject. On Sunday, the littles came over. We had a really great time until the little man started missing his mom. And he's been doing that lately, missing her, which I totally understand. She is the caregiver in the family, and my son is really good too with the boys, but mom is there all the time, just like I was for my kids. And so he's missing her because he's having to go to school. And so it's like he goes to school 5 days a week, comes over to grandma's house 1 day a week. So he's only got 1 day the whole time that he's there with her all the time. So I'm thinking that it's not stressing him out. He's just sad sometimes. And it's not every week. It's just every once in a while. And this week I was able to pull him out of it by playing with Snapchat, where they have those filters. He loves playing with those filters to see the faces that were made. We started doing that at Halloween time with all the scary ones, and he would think it was so funny. And watching the littlest man look at those is really fun too, because he'll look at the screen, then he'll turn around and he'll look either at, if it's me looking different or if it's brother looking different, he turns and looks at him with this wonderment on his face and then looks back. And so he's kind of getting it, but it's fun and it's funny to have their reactions. But he got out of his funk until he saw his mom, and then he was upset. So you know, it is what it is, and it'll be okay. He'll be fine. Let's see, anything else? No, I don't think so. I think that's about all that happened last week. So, shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. Well, I have to be honest, there was no Mira Monday. There was a Mira Tuesday. So, I worked on, this is moon flowers. I am stitching this on a 32 count milk chocolate by Witchell. And I got the flowers done and some of her hair. I didn't do a heck of a lot, but you will see that I didn't do a heck of a lot on a lot of these projects. So then I worked on Give Thanks, which is a DMC chart by, should have had my glasses to see this one, Lois Winston. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Child's Craft in the sand colorway, and this is, what is this? This is Carolina linen. I don't know what the difference is. It is a more open weave. But here we go. And I'm using the called for floss, which is a DMC 4135. So I got the pumpkin done and started with the tea. Okay. All right, and then I decided I would pull out an oldie. Is that a goodie? It's not too old, I guess. Turkish Delight, and this is by Rosewood Manor. I am stitching this on 32 count Stellar by Picture This Plus. And I am now just doing page by page. So I'm back on page 1. And I filled in, I got the 2 birds almost completed. I filled in the border. And then I'll start working on the flowers and stuff that is right there to finish out page 1. So that's exciting. So much fun. Okay. And then, of course, I worked on Fright Night, charted by Gecko Rouge, art by Lewis Johnson, on 25 count easy count grid white gray Lugana. And I believe I did 2 diagonal rows. So this is the end of the page right here. So I have a little more than half a page to do. And I think I'm like 86% done though. So that's exciting. 86%. So this project will definitely be carried over for next year because, yeah, it's just not going faster than I thought. But, oh well. You need to work on it to make it go. Okay, and purchases. I purchased 3 more bags of thread drops, and there's 30 in a bag, since I used a whole bunch of them for kitting up Christmas House 1. And speaking of Christmas House 1, I will show you guys that in case you didn't see it before. This is a chart by Odyssey, and the art is by Steve Crisp. It's adapted, it says. And this is the one that I had started before and from Tilton Crafts and abandoned it because I wanted it on a PDF so that I could use Pattern Keeper. So I also got a half a yard of 25 count easy count grid Lugana white gray. So I will be starting this in December. I'm so excited. So excited. Let's see, knitting. I did knit. I just didn't bring it in with me. I am starting a knit along with a friend. I need to get working on that. On Friday, we have knit afternoon. It's no longer knit night. And we're working on a hat. I have 100% cashmere yarn that I have to hold doubled to do this pattern, but I'm okay with that. I think it'll be great to do that. So, yeah. Plans. I plan on, of course, Fright Night. Mira, give thanks, and then I'll just throw in whatever I want to in the end. So this is a short one and to the point, but I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. So I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming in and checking me out. I hope that you will subscribe and stay. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really, really do appreciate it. So I hope that you guys, of course, are staying safe, healthy, and happy, like I said before. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.